Hello, 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 North Carolina Realtors. Are you with me today? I know we are behind schedule. We actually did this entire 30-minute video using our software that was pushing it live to your group page. So we thought, but apparently it had been blocked for some reason. It could just be the software we're using. That is the problem when you're someone like me who is very techie. I use a lot of techie apps and stuff that's cool so that we can have all these added integrations. But if they don't work properly, then I could have just gone old school and just done a visual. So I apologize. I hope we are all together tracking here live. Let's see. I don't know. I'm going to pause for a moment and see if you guys are with me. I do want to still give the class because I know you don't have to watch it in the moment. You can watch it later. So let's see. Are you guys tracking with me? Anyone out there to show their hands and tell me? Anyone there? Let's see. We did a test last week and it worked fine. So I am not sure if our admin permissions have changed this week or what has happened. That could be what we're dealing with right now. So again, I apologize. And again, we're just trying to see if you guys can see me or hear me. It may still be not going to you. I'm not sure. We'll give it a few more moments here to see if you guys are tracking with me. It is coming through. Okay, we just got notice. Thank you, Miss Ross. So you said it's coming through now. So again, guys, let me apologize. I love you all, and I really will make this up to you however I can. I will do the 30 minutes now. I know it is no longer 1. It's basically a 2 o'clock Mobile Monday. I'm going to do the 30 minutes. I want to give it to you on your page so that you can get this information without having to search all over for it. But I will say, if you guys need me to come back, maybe do part 2 at the right time, I am so happy to do that. But I want to just jump into this. Thank you for having me. My name's Lee Davenport. I have been coaching and training in real estate now for over 10 years, which I hate to say since I just had a big birthday. I feel like, I don't know, time is moving too fast, but that's okay. That's okay. Over the years, I have been privileged to grow up in a real estate family. My parents were not real estate agents, they were investors. And I always talk about how, unfortunately, that meant I had to do a lot of the things that I wouldn't have chosen to do as a girly girl, such as cleaning up if a tenant trashed a place, or even cutting grass, just doing all types of stuff that as a kid, you just want to hang with your friends. So as a result, I wasn't really into real estate when I graduated from college. I was ready to come to Georgia and do my own thing. But when I got here to Georgia, coming from Michigan, my friends and family here said, real estate, it's a good market. Why aren't you investing? So I looked around. It was 2001, 2002. I jumped in the market and things were going really well. I started buying apartment buildings and so forth. But fast forward, 2007 came. And as you may remember, the stock market crashed in October of 2007. And from there, my whole world changed. I, being young and dumb, said, how bad could it be? How bad could it get? It got super bad, so bad that I would say 95% of my tenants lost their jobs. And I didn't want to be that cruel, heartless landlord that just throws everybody out, that, just doesn't care. There's children in the building and so forth. So I said, okay, I've got to figure out what to do a different way, because I couldn't sell the buildings. I couldn't even donate them to charities. Nobody wanted them. So I said, hey, why don't I become a real estate agent? I look back and I laugh. I'm glad I did it, but it was probably the worst time I could have said, let's get your sales license. So I get my sales license. And in 2008, I start doing a lot of the traditional methods to grow your business, cold calling, door knocking, so forth. But it wasn't working for my personality. And it wasn't working for the market we were in, because things were imploding in real estate. So I, being frustrated and upside down, and really because the economy was so bad, I didn't really have a choice to just, let me go get another job somewhere. No, I really felt like I had to make this work. So with that, I said, okay, let me tap into who I am and my personality. And I started to do a lot of non-traditional things, including, I love talking about social media too. I got on Facebook, start blogging. I started doing a lot of non-traditional things, but it fit my personality. And by the end of 2008, my business had grown so much that I had to build a team of agents to work with me. I could not keep up with all of the leads myself. And that was amazing. So much so that my broker said, hey, come in, do some trainings. So that was the start of me doing trainings. And what I realized when I started to do trainings was it wasn't just me that was having a hard time trying to follow the cookie cutter way to grow your business. It was also most of the other agents. So it became my mission really at that point to not only study what would make us successful, but then to make sure I got this message out to as many agents as possible. So for the last 10, 11 years or so, now I've been working with really thousands of different agents to help them generate leads based on their personality. And I also, during this time period, got my doctorate, and I got a chance during that period to study some of the top 1,000 agents in the nation. And we found out, using the DISC personality profile, if you're familiar with that, we found out that every single personality type, whether introverted or extroverted, was represented in the top of the nation. So those that are hitting 20 million, 30 million in sales volume, they were both introverted and extroverted. All four of the DISC personality types were represented. And that's a big deal, because sometimes people may feel like, hey, I am more introverted, so I can't do this. You may even have people tell you that. And I'm here to tell you, even during the worst recession we've had since the Great Depression, we had introverts, we had extroverts excelling in this business, but everyone, what we found, really had to learn how to come into their own and how to do it their way. So with that being said, again, I know we are basically doing a 2:00 Mobile Monday, so I'm not going to go into a lot of the fluffy stuff. Not that any of this was fluffy, but I'm going to get to the point. I want to talk about, for those of you that are familiar with DISC personality, great. If you haven't ever taken it, there's a lot of free online tests that you can take, or you can message me. I've got my contact information here, so you can reach out to me. I'm happy to help you with that. But take the DISC test. All of us, we're like a hodgepodge of DISC. And what DISC stands for, if you think about all of us being at an elevator, D would be the dominant people who come up to the elevator and they push the button probably what seems like 100 times because they're ready to go. They got places to go, people to see, right? Even if the button is lit, they're still pushing it. Then you have the influencer, which I call Chatty Cathy. This is the person who comes up and we're all at the elevator. People are looking at the ground or looking at their phone, and Chatty Cathy's like, hey, how are you doing? How's it going? They're striking up a conversation with everyone, right? Then we've got Stable Mabel, the steady person. Stable Mabel, that's what I call it. She, he, you guys are the people who are super kind, and we need you all. You're the person that if someone is running down the hallway trying to catch the elevator, you actually hold the door open, while maybe people like me, the dominant people, may actually push the door close button. Or you'll be the person that steps to the back of the elevator to allow everybody to get on, right? Then we've got the last personality type, that is C, the conscientious type. Love the conscientious too, because these are the people that dot every I and cross every T. They get on the elevator and they may actually look at the last date the elevator was serviced and decide whether or not they're going to ride the elevator with us. Or they may look at how many people can fit on the elevator and may decide to not get on, or I don't know that they would ask anyone to get off. But the bottom line is they're evaluating and analyzing everything. And that's so great about all of these different personality types. Now, what I want to share with you today is that each one of these personality types has the ability to generate leads based on the strengths of your personality type. Now, for the sake of time, I am going to only focus on the steady and the conscientious. But like I said, to make up for our tech issues today and the fact that we didn't start on time, because again, we try to be super techy, but apparently it did not work properly because we were broadcasting through an app. I'm using an app to do this. We didn't go directly to your Facebook page. So again, yeah, we were trying to be fancy and it didn't work. I'm happy to do maybe a part 2 so that we can do the other personality types, the dominant and the influencer. But I want to start with introverted because there isn't as much teaching for those of you that may be introverted. Some of you may not be introverted, but maybe someone on your team is, maybe someone in the office is, maybe someone in your family wants to get started in real estate and they're introverted. I'd love for you to share this with them because, again, what we're finding is that a lot of introverted people do well in sales and real estate, but preconceived notions have them discredit themselves and discount the industry. And that's really a detriment to us all. So let me give you the ABCs on if you're steady or conscientious. And again, I'm going to skip over a couple of things and we'll just jump right into the S and the C. If you are an S, I've got a couple of things here on the left-hand side that should resonate with you. And again, if you've never taken the test before, there's plenty out there where you can take it for free. But even if you haven't taken it, some of these things should resonate with you. And remember, none of us are 100% any one of these personality profiles. Typically, there are a few anomalies, a few people that are just like, they're just very dogmatic, but most of us, we're a good blend of all of this. So some of this may resonate with you, even if you didn't realize you were an S. So priorities include giving support, maintaining stability, enjoying collaboration. You may be motivated by having a stable environment, sincere appreciation, cooperation, and opportunities to help. Your fears may include a loss of stability, change, loss of harmony, offending others. And you will notice that you, more than the rest of the personality types, you're more patient than the rest of us. You're more of a team player. You have a calmer approach. You're a good listener and you're more humble. Now, these are great things. And your limitations, though, are things that I want you to pay careful attention to, particularly in connecting with new leads. And that is, you can be overly accommodating, a tendency to avoid change, and indecisive. So what does that mean? If your limitations are really hindering you from doing the best in your business, that means you need accountability, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That means you have to connect with either a coach, mentor, team leader, or if that's not available, you can also connect with friends, spouse, children, grandchildren, You just need someone that can hold you accountable to help you move forward and not be indecisive or overly accommodating. Because in the lead generation aspect of this, we're not talking about transaction management, working with your existing clients. We're talking about getting in front of people you don't really know and converting those people. This is critical because this can be something that breaks your spirit and makes this completely difficult for you to do. So with your group, one of the key things you should be focusing on when you're doing lead generation are what I call thinkers. Thinkers are the people, this is a group, and it's just a funny name I've made up. These are the group of people who have the financial wherewithal to buy, sell, or do whatever your business does in real estate. Maybe you work with commercial or leases, but these thinkers have the financial wherewithal to do something, and they are going to do something before the year is up. Now, the only problem is they need help oftentimes in analyzing what decision they should make. Maybe they are comparing school districts. Maybe they are looking at acreage, square footage, right? So they need the expertise of someone who has the patience that you have. Really, it seems like it's almost in abundance compared to the rest of us. And that's amazing. So what I want you to do is to focus on the thinkers. And in that, I want you to even think about who fits these thinkers. So it may be people that have some type of job relocation, military relocation, if that is not a protected class in your area. And here's the key. As you think about these thinkers and who you're going to connect with as you generate leads, please don't violate fair housing. Please don't target any protected classes. Make sure you're staying away from there. But as far as career and things like that, we can all day connect with people based on that. And you should. The next category that you excel in working with are looky-loos. Now, looky-loos, I have it in parentheses because I get it. Some of us, even as patient as the stable Mabels are, you may not want to work with looky-loos. And I'll leave that up to you and your team to decide if that's not a viable group for you. Looky-loos, as we all know, these are the people who do not, unlike thinkers, they do not have the financial wherewithal to buy or sell. So they will be looky-loos. They'll be, and they may have different situations going on. But the good thing about looky-loos and stable Mabel personality type is you can usually see through and help them identify how to get over the hump. Maybe they have tax liens or credit issues, or they need more down payment. Whatever it may be, you have the patience more than the rest of us, the rest of the personality types, to work with looky-loos. And what I've found is that a lot of my stable Mabel clients typically do very well with looky-loos. They help them convert. And even if they don't help them convert quickly, they often get high quality referrals from looky-loos. So that's a win. And this is a group that you can excel with. Also, a group that you should be targeting are the timid newbies. That can be first-time buyers, but it can also be first-time sellers, first-time investors, first-time people. If you're doing commercial, there is no end to first-timers. So get out the box of only thinking of first-time buyers, because some of us, I get it, we don't want to work with buyers. You may want to do more listings. That's fine. There are first-time sellers who don't understand the sales side of the process, and they need the hand-holding. So this becomes a great group for you to target. For sake of time, there's more to stable Mabels and more to your lead generation, but just start with the things I've mentioned. Let me head over now to the conscientious group. This group, again, is also considered introverted. And I want to mention here on the left-hand side some of the character traits that hopefully, if this is your temperament, your dominant temperament, these things resonate with you. So first, priorities may include ensuring accuracy, maintaining stability, and challenging assumptions. You may be motivated by opportunities to use your expertise, gain knowledge, and you have a high attention to quality, more so than the rest of us. As a result, though, your fears typically include being criticized, having slipshod methods, or in other words, things not coming across professional and well done, being wrong. You will notice again that you're more precise, analytical, skeptical, reserved, and quiet than the rest of us. And with that, your limitations can include being overly critical. Being critical is a great aspect of the real estate industry because this is a numbers industry. But overly critical, overanalyzing, isolating yourself can lead to paralysis of analysis. This happens so often with my conscientious clients. And the first thing I recommend for you guys, just like stable Mabels, really all introverted people need accountability. You've got to have someone to kind of push you slightly out of your comfort zone. I don't want you so far out that you run because you don't want to do this anymore, right? You know, there's a difference between it being painful and it being something that actually propels you into your career and into the success that you want in this industry. So I want you to have accountability. I need you to have pushes. Again, it can be formal relationships, but it can be informal relationships. One of my favorite things, and some conscientious people respond well to, is just having really good systems. If you have a phone that gives you dings and bings and pings all day long, that's a form of accountability too, and that works wonders. Now, I will say, you do well with thinkers just like stable Mabel. But in addition to thinkers, I'm going to jump down here to B, you careful Craig, because you are the dot every I, cross every T, attention to detail person, you do super well by having a referral source, like an arsenal of referral sources from other practitioners. So it could be vendors, maybe your favorite lender, closing attorney, home inspector, home stager. You should be layering up with vendor relationships. Also other agents. Why? Here's the thing. Careful Craig is the person we all can trust. We know that not only are you, because you are uncomfortable with being wrong and having slipshod and janky methods, you're the person we know that will basically win and do well and do right by anyone we send you. So that means vendors and agents and any other referral source, as long as, of course, we're following laws, RESPA and so forth, all of these referral sources will love you and will sing your praises and will send you business. Now, the key, though, with working with other vendors and so forth, we have to make sure it's a win-win, right? It's not about you just giving them all your business or them giving you all of their business. It has to be reciprocal in nature. But I want you to think about this. So if you're careful, Craig, if you're a conscientious person, I want you to push yourself to at least once a week create a new relationship with either vendors or agents if you're not on a team. If you're on a team, that's who you work with. But if you're not on a team, working with agents because they're on summer vacation still, or because they are ill because, it's school time for the kids, and this is when a lot of people start getting sick. Flu shots are back out. So maybe they need time off for their business. And guess what? You're the person who's reliable, precise, analytical, and they can trust you. Maybe they have bereavement in their family, whatever it may be. I love this, particularly if you're a new agent or if you're an agent looking to work in a new area. It's great to identify other agents that can help you. So, like I mentioned, there is so much to this topic. And today I had not planned on covering the 3 hours that this is from. This is a 3-hour workshop. I really wanted to just give you guys some quick points, particularly, like I said, for those that are introverted. And I will say that I'm happy again to come back and do more, because I really apologize that our little technical glitches did not allow us to do this right at 1:00. So I hope you all can forgive me, because our technology is pretty good, but today it just it did not work with us. So anyway, I thank you so much for your time. I'm going to check back later today. If you have questions, you're welcome to leave them in the comment box below and I'll respond to them. And until then, gang, I look forward to your success, to you generating leads based on the strengths of your personality. Have a good one.